Horticulture, fashion and craft.
Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, I will be showing us on how to make a simple turban cap. It is very easy to make. I've already cut out my fabric. I am making use of a scuba fabric. This is the stretchy part of the fabric. Please make sure that you cut your edge circumference across the stretchy part of the fabric. I am making use of 1 yard of scuba fabric. This is for my base. The measurements that I have are my edge circumference by 16 inches. I am making a simple band for today's tutorial. The measurements that I have is still my edge circumference by 3.5 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do, this is the wrong side of the fabric. I'm going to fold it into two this way. I'm going to place it, this is the right side of my fabric. I'm going to place the band on it this way. Then I'll take to my sewing machine. I'm going to sew 1/2 inch straight down. I've sewn it, as you can see. I've sewn it. This is how it looks like. I'm going to put this aside for now. Next, you will be needing is another 2 long strip for the crisscross design. The measurements that I have are, I have the length of 32 inches by 7 inches, and I have the same measurements here as well. This is the fine side of the fabric. I'm going to fold it into two. I'm going to sew 1/2 inch straight down. I'm going to do the same thing on this as well. Then after that, I will turn the 2 pieces to the right side. I've sewn it, as you can see. So the next thing to do is to turn it to the right side. Turning it to the right side, make sure that the seam is at the middle, as you can see. So the next thing you would do is to place the wrong side to the wrong side. This seam line, I will just call it the wrong side, though it is the right side, but just for illustration purpose, I will call this seam line facing up the wrong side. So you are going to place it this way, as you can see. This is what you have. Let me do it again. These 2 strips, the seam line is facing up. You will take 1 piece. You will place it on top of each other this way. Then you will hold these 2 ends together. Then you will hold the other 2 ends together. Very simple. After that, you will take your base, you will find the midpoint. You will place the cross part to the midpoint this way. Then you will sew these 2 pieces to the edge, at one edge of the turban. You will move to the other side. You will sew these 2 pieces at the other edge as well. When you stitch it down, you will cut out the excess. You will move to this other side. After stitching it down, you will cut out the excess. Let me do that and show us the next step to take. I've sewn it, as you can see. I'm going to fold it into two this way. Then I'll take to my sewing machine. I'm going to curve it the normal way we normally curve our turban base. Band. From the band to this point, I'm going to use my needle and thread to tack it down from the band to this point. Then from here, I'm going to use my sewing machine to sew it and curve it this way. After that, I'm going to cut out the excess fabric and gather it up. Let me quickly take my needle and thread. I'm going to sew from my band to this point because it is thick. It won't be able to sew on my sewing machine. Then from here, I'm going to use my sewing machine to sew it round to this point. I stitch from this part to where the band is. Then from there, I use my sewing machine to sew it to this edge. So the next thing to do is to cut out the excess fabric. After that, I'm going to start from where I sew with sewing machine. I'm going to sew loose stitches round. I'm going to back stitch it. I'm going to back stitch it to secure the stitch. This is the final outcome, guys. As you can see, it is very easy to make. You can leave it plain like this, or you embellish it with petals or stones. It depends on your choice. Let me quickly show us the back view. We've come to an end of today's tutorial. If you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you've not done so. I upload weekly tutorial on my channel. Also remember to click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Until I come your way next, please stay safe and remain blessed. Bye.